Okay. This is the introduction video for our new series we're going to try weekly here, starting in the summer of 2011, called Operation Faith. Me, Justin, we're going to try not to give out last names. Look at yourself here. And Michael are Slender Man fanboys in hope of finding the Slender Man. Because we've been looking at a lot of Slender Man stuff. We love the whole mystery and mythos and junk shit. I don't know. And we live around wooded areas. We're going with the stereotypes here, and we're going to see if there's anything out of the ordinary. Now, this may sound like a bunch of bullshit, what I'm about to say, but I actually have it recorded on my phone because I was originally going to do this with my phone, but could not find a way to get it on the internet. Also, the camera we're using as a flip. It's a lot more high res and actually can't go on the internet. So we're more fortunate with this one. Me and Michael sometimes won't be in it, sometimes I won't be in it, I don't know, but we're mostly going to try to record together. He's mostly going to be a cameraman unless if I'm recording him. Okay, so we both know a lot. He mostly only knows as much as I know though, because I tell him pretty much everything. We have 3 recordings on my phone. We have an entry 1 on my phone, entry 2 on my phone, entry 3 on my phone. These are kind of like not even going on the internet because they're shitty on a shitty camera. Entry 1, nothing happened. Entry 2, we ran outside. There was an operator symbol drawn in bark on our sewer. Nothing big though. Nothing's happened yet. We didn't do it. Entry 3, nothing happened. I was fishing. He wasn't even there. Same for 2. He wasn't even there for 2. Well, except towards the end.
Yeah.
So, this is a new beginning for this. We didn't even have a plan the first time. We have a plan now. You know what? I'm gonna start this off on a funny note. Let's just say we had a couple names before Operation Faith that were really shitty. One of them was Moss and Stone. Scan the area. And be sure to look for it. Yeah, Moss, Stone.
Because that's all there really is around
We
here.
were originally just going to call it Moss and Stone.
Look, because you see all the trees.
Yeah. Another name we were going to give it was the Slender Man Association. And that's just too fanboyish. That's terrible. That's way too generic.
I know.
Okay.
Like, now you see, there's much of a wooded area everywhere.
Back on track.
Let me zoom in.
What?
You zoom in?
Are you testing your camera skills here?
Let me zoom in.
Dude, the grass here hurts.
Yeah. There's the wooded area.
It's pretty
We're
much
talking
everywhere.
about.
In all directions, there's woods.
Yeah. We should go to the nether.
If there's not a building, there's a tree. And in our backyard, there's a pond and a bunch of trees. And a pool.
That's kind of cool.
So, we're going to try not to give up too information about ourselves. We have a friend named Hannah. I won't give out any more information on her name unless if she allows me to, which I'll consult that with her later. She, we believe, had, that's going to show up sideways on the thing, right?
Oh, it is?
Yeah, don't do that. We believe she has succumbed to Slendy sickness. Because I brought her into this like a month or 2 ago. And it says she's been paranoid, but that's normal. I was for the first week or 2. But this has been dragging on for 2 months now.
I know, I've been paranoid.
But only slightly. She has gone insane.
No, she's been seeing operator symbols.
She's been seeing operator symbols, she says, every time she closes her eyes. Of course, she could be overreacting. She's been known to rationalize things very much. But it still kind of frightens me considering I brought her into this. Also,
I brought most of my friends into this too.
She really thinks she's being stalked. She doesn't sleep, she barely eats, and she's not as playful as she used to be or fun. She says she always has throbbing headaches on and off. She's been coughing a lot and she pukes every once in a while, even when she was at school for the last day of school. She's just sick. And this isn't sick, this is Slendy sick. I'm not sure if Slender Man, if he's real, if this really does this. And I believe that he's real, but that he only shows up to those he takes interest in. And me and him may not be in his interest, but we want to be. Well, I want to be. He has been dreaming about Slender Man, he says. And they say that when you have dreams about him, you're soon to be kidnapped, which means I have to babysit this one now. And my older brother's gone for a good while, for the next 11 days, off doing something.
Technically, I only had one dream, which is where I killed him.
Killed him with what?
Axe. Until you told me that his axe is not a weakness.
That's part of the core theory. How much time we got on this?
5 minutes.
5 minutes? That's not so long. Okay.
Here, take the camera.
Why?
Because I want to do something.
Hold on, just hold on for a second. I want to talk a little more about Hannah and her problem. She went to a family reunion yesterday, and she was texting me the whole time saying that her family and friends, to her, they look like monsters. And when she called me over the phone, you were asleep. She was like 10 o'clock yesterday. She called me over the phone, and her voice sounded a lot deeper. You don't know this yet, but I'm serious, Mike. You don't know about this, but her voice sounded really deep. And she called me around 10, which usually she sleep around 9, and she was breathing heavily, but I can tell she's just she said she was going to start recording herself, maybe even putting it on the internet, but we don't know about that. She said she's going to start recording herself, and she said she's going to record herself for 10 days, once for at least 10 minutes, for the next 10 days. Today would be the first day she would be recording, which would be now probably or so. And if she doesn't find anything within these 10 recordings, she said she would immediately try to calm herself down. If she found anything, she would continue to record herself until it went away or until she died. So
Dark.
she has a bit of a problem, and I guess I have to deal with this, because not only am I going to make myself deal with this, but I caused it. So good luck to her, and good luck to us.
How do you stop recording?
What?
How do you stop recording?
The same way you started, but what is it you wanted to do?
Many of my friends never knew about it until I told them. Then the first day I told him that he usually lives in wooded areas. He blends in with the trees. One day, my friend came back into school. He said that he found Slender Man. I'm like, no you didn't. I know you didn't. He's like, yeah I did. And he has like a huge scar on his back.
He doesn't leave scars.
But he had a huge scar on his back.
Well, not that I know if he doesn't leave scars. What I understand from all the things I've heard and read and seen, he just attacks you or just makes you disappear. I don't know what happens. We are at 7, almost 8 minutes. You think we should close?
No. And one of my friends said that he's been getting a little bit paranoid and he has been throwing up just like Hannah.
Okay.
And he has sunny sickness.
8 minutes.
And most of the time, he, he's talking weird. He's like, did you guys see what happened yesterday at school? I'm like,
are you bullshitting me about this?
I'm
or
not
you?
bullshitting.
Okay.
He's been doing this like the first time I told him. I said, he looks so cool.
Well, usually he goes for people our age, children.
No, he's like talking weird.
Well, he could just be overreacting.
He has
8.5 minutes, dude.
been really, I can't explain it, but every time he can't even go to sleep. He's like so tired in the morning.
It's getting windy.
He is like, wow.
Bird. Right there.
I've never seen the upright symbol in my entire life for real till that one showed an error on.
Yeah, then I had to show you what it was on the internet. We're at 9 minutes. Why do I keep telling us the time?
Maybe we should keep on walking and recording. Shall we?
Hold on, there's something I wanted to do that I haven't gotten to yet.
What?
We're still on an introduction video. We're not on an entry one. But this will probably be mostly where we do most of our recordings, because it's mainly our set. We don't have much to go, especially considering it's the summer. We don't have very many places to go. I myself am almost 14 and he's 11, so we can't really go anywhere. This is our main area though. Now, I remember watching the Marble Hornet series, and I have this fear of this bridge. It's dark down there, cold and damp, it's wet, got moss and rocks, near the wooded area. and I remember, I can't remember which exactly entry it was. I think it was 36 or somewhere in the 30s, where Jay runs into Slendy near Bridgeston Park. So I don't really like bridges anymore, especially not that one. I remember one night I got in a fight with my parents, and I kind of walked off. Out here it was raining, and I fell asleep for like maybe 5 minutes or so underneath that bridge. Nothing happened though. I just fell asleep under there. You were asleep. Jason was not. That's the night, remember when we got in that fist fight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What fist fight?
Never mind. Anyway, we're at 10.5 minutes, and I'm going to declare closing. Okay. This is the end of the introduction. And also, later on today, today, we will start our entry 1, just because I felt like it. And I'm bored as hell. Fucking bored. Okay, closing entry intro.